PNC performing a launch status check at this time. All systems verify ready, resume count, and go for launch. OTC, all good, go. TBC, go. TBC, pilot, exit, go. OPS, Southwest, go. Distant flight, distant flight, pilot, go. Yep, go. Let's go.
Good morning, Southern California. It's that time to get your lazy ass out of bed and kicked into gear. You are now tuned into the Not So Early Show with Racy and his crazy ass friends. Let's get this shit started.
Bomby dang dang diggy diggy. Karumo I don't care with it. Bomby dang dang diggy diggy. My style is the bomby dang dang diggy diggy. Karumo I don't care with it. Bomby dang dang diggy diggy. My style is the
Good morning, everybody. This is I'm sorry, it's Monday.
Ooh, the alarm is going
hit the
off.
alarm off. There we go. I turned the mics on just to see if I can catch you girls, just because you guys just go until it's like, oh,
You know what?
yeah.
He turned it on his benefit.
I just turned them on.
Whatever, Ray. Ray was yelling at us prior to turning the mics on. Of course, he got us talking back to him.
You and your alarm, seriously.
I have to warn the ladies, like, hey, we're about ready to go. But I got tired of doing that, so now I just start the show, and if they happen to still be talking or ending their thoughts, I just let them go.
Yeah.
Oh, you're quiet now, ladies. Is there something wrong? I mean, you were going 100 miles per hour, like, I don't know, 30 seconds ago.
Yeah, to you and about you.
Yes. Whatever,
has-
boss.
Right, this has nothing to do with the people out there in Radio Land, listening or on the forum.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. It is Monday, October 9th. Good morning, Jenna. How are you?
I'm fabulous, Ray. Now that you turned the camera and I'm staring at Ronnie, now I'm doing better.
Are we drinking anything this morning?
Yeah, unfortunately, water, no coffee.
Oh, wow.
My coffee person who makes it is at work listening, so
Her coffee boy.
All right.
Mr. Wonderful.
Mr. Wonderful.
Good morning, Ronnie.
It's because I don't know how to work his coffee machine.
Oh, it is a bitch.
Good morning,
Yeah.
Ronnie. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking some canela,
What's that?
some cinnamon stick tea.
What's that supposed to do?
It brings me joy. I mean,
It doesn't wake you up or anything, like with caffeine or anything?
it just makes me happy. I don't know. Is that okay with you, boss?
Well, then be happy.
Wow.
See? It's Monday, Ray. Be nice.
I will. It is Monday. You know what I wanted to get into right off the bat?
How are you enjoying the coffee that I made you?
It's awesome.
You're welcome.
You guys never asked me, so I just kind of
We
just go
don't
into
care.
everything.
I don't think anyone cares that you just drink black coffee. Like, okay, he orders a double, black on black on black.
Right. Mm-hmm. But it's a thought, it's like, hey, how's Ray's coffee?
Well,
but I never get
was
that.
gonna ask you, but
Yeah.
when I came on and you were like, wow, like, you know what?
So
Mierda in your coffee.
here's one thing, and the reason why I was going to lead into this, because does anybody remember what the this or that was yesterday? Does anybody at all remember?
Yes.
Yes.
What was it?
Who gossips more?
Uh-huh.
Wow. Men or women?
Men or women?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And where did you vote? What did you vote?
Men.
Did you really?
I
Men.
did.
Okay. What about you, Jenna? What did you vote? Men or women?
Men.
So the this or that was who gossips more, men or women?
Right.
And I put three options out there, like men, women, or double pepperoni, please. Mm-hmm. So the way it came out of 71, because there was a lot of people who looked at it, but not everybody voted. I never.
Chicken.
Yeah, I don't say who's voting or what they're voting on, but by the time it's over, I really forget. So it's not like I'm impaled with memories.
Okay.
But would you have any idea who might have won?
Mr. Wonderful writes, just for the record, Jenna and Ronnie were up late gossiping. Lies! That is a crock of bullshit.
So out of 71, who do you think won at all? Any one of you?
I think the women won.
As the most
As
gossip?
in, we don't gossip.
Oh, okay. On the other side. All right. So you just made the question backwards. Okay. So 35% of everybody stated that they'd rather just have double pepperoni, please. No one anything to do with the question.
Wow.
35%.
Really?
Yeah, a little over a third. Now
They're scared.
everybody voted. I didn't see if
Those
men
are
are.
the married men.
I didn't see one way or the other who, like, if the men were voting more, if the women were voting more. I just went straight to the percentages. 47%, which means just almost half. 47% people think that men gossip more.
Really?
Yes. I would have never thought
Interesting.
that.
Are you're
Interesting.
surprised
Yeah,
about?
I am surprised. I just feel that men, although we do.
You enjoy the gossip. Bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. But what I was going to say is, although men do have the ability to gossip or whatnot, I don't feel that we repeat anything as much as women. That's what was my whole thing. But that's like a secondary charge. I think men do gossip. I don't know. if I agree
Thank
with
you,
the
Ray.
40.
Think to your senses.
I don't know if there's a 47%. I don't know if that's totally accurate that men gossip more.
I don't know, because once I hear like one of you going, like if you're in the mood, you'll fucking go and go, and
Yeah.
I'm like,
Go and do not
what?
stop.
You
They just don't call it
say.
gossiping.
Right? They're like, oh no, these are just facts, ma'am.
Right.
Like I'm not
Yeah.
gossiping. I'm keeping it real. But
Yeah.
no.
Facts is bro code. Facts is bro code.
Here's what I feel is, and then you correct me if you think I'm wrong or whatnot, but I feel that because men hear things, we don't hear it as often. So when we get together, we're more intrigued. Like, oh, really? This is what's going on. While I don't really talk to anybody too much, but oh, this is what's going on, and that's it, and that's the end of it. But we are intrigued at the time because we don't spend 30 minutes in the middle of the night texting each other. We don't do that. That's the point I'm making. Is like once we hear gossip, we're intrigued because we don't hear it a lot. That's is that agreeable?
Agreeable, I guess, but I also know that if let's say, I don't know, your girl's talking to her friend,
Yeah.
and that's when you stay in the room longer because you're like, oh, what? Huh?
Okay.
You guys love.
What happened?
Yeah, they're like, wait, what happened after that?
They walk all slow. They walk all slow like they're looking for some shit.
Suddenly he's folding the laundry pile on the bed, which he never does.
Never
And I'm
does,
like, wait,
yeah.
what? And I know this bitch is listening.
You talk too much, Ray.
Yeah. Like, what happened?
What do you mean, Freddie? You FaceTime Ray. like talk about gossiping queens.
I think the gossip for girls. I think the years have changed. These generations.
Okay.
I remember my mom used to be always on the phone, and she probably still is, like chit chatting away on her tea and coffee. But now I think with the generation, like we're just tired. Honest to goodness, Ronnie and I, and even I'm going to throw out my friend Bobita. If somebody were to steal our
Name
phone
drop.
and look at our messages. It's all memes. We're not talking about anyone, no names, nothing like that. They're memes.
They're
And we're
hilarious. Yeah.
so, yes, and that's all we're doing is laughing, and we're not saying anything. So, I can sleep good because my conscience is clear.
Wow.
Or maybe we're just smarter about it. There's like no evidence. I don't know.
I think as we age, I'm just like,
I will say this:
Yeah.
I don't like to be caught up in the drama,
Yeah.
but I
Yes.
do love listening to other people bitch about shit. I'm like, oh, you don't say.
I comment. I'll say interesting. Really? But you know what I think it is that we're so much, together or with the guys that anything we say, it's about their asses. So we're just telling them shit to their face. So we're not gossiping.
Okay, but what do you consider gossip then? Like, what is gossip? Like, what is the
Okay,
latest scuttlebutt?
Well, okay, like when I'm with you guys, right? And
Oh, don't bring me
and
into
Rick
this
does
shit.
something.
No.
And Rick does something, I'll tell you in front of him while Rick's sitting next to me, like, oh my God, can you believe what this guy just did? He blah, 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 and Rick's next to me. So is it gossip because I'm telling you the cheese about what he did? But he's next to me, so I'm doing it in his face, not like behind his back.
Right.
True.
So
Okay.
I don't know.
Do you consider it gossip if, let's say, someone makes like a sappy post, right? And they're
Right.
complaining or bitching about something, the woe is me post, right?
Right.
Do you consider it gossip if when we're all together, like, oh my God, did you see the latest so-and-so? Or is that just, because that's also
like,
information that everyone
because
has.
A lot of people post subliminal messages because
Oh,
you
yeah.
know
They're
if
going
that
through some
person is
shit.
having a good day, and all of a sudden it's like, open your eyes, and I knew it, and all this bullshit. You're
Fool
like,
me once, shame on you. Fool me. See,
and then
that's my question.
like if you're feeling it, if you're like, damn, then you have a guilty conscience because you're like, damn, is it me? Did I piss that person off? So I don't know.
And there you have it. I stayed quiet and let the women gossip. That's
Wow.
You just did it on purpose because you guys know the worst. We hear you guys all the time.
This is true. Ray is quiet because he doesn't want to get shots fired at him. Good morning, Liz. Liz says, if it's on social media, it's not gossip. I agree.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
I fucking find that fascinating, where it's like that lovey couple, they post each other all the goddamn time, every
Oh
other
my
day.
God.
And then suddenly
you for saying
it's
that.
like quiet and then their pictures
You
are
don't see 'em
deleted.
anymore?
Yes. And then the pictures come back and you're like, oh,
Oh.
fascinating. I love
Exactly.
that shit.
Here's my thing about it. If you're gonna be that couple and you're gonna post shit about your guys' relationship, oh, I love him, he's so wonderful, or she's so marvelous, she's the best thing, then I better see the ending. Because don't put me in the story. I need chapter 1, chapter 10, and the end of 13. Like, you better tell me what's going on because you got me sucked into this bullshit of your guys' love life. I
You
need
know
to
what?
know what happened
That's
in the
so
end.
funny that you say that because
Yeah.
I have a friend from elementary school that I watched go through this, and it's like we were close, in our youth, but now we're just Insta friends, if you will.
Okay.
And I watched her go through. She fell in love. She got married. She had 3 kids, and then suddenly the guy was gone. And I'm like, I want to know what happened.
Yeah,
but
don't tell us.
but-
Either keep your life private and don't show us shit, or don't post it on the social media. And then people wonder why they get backlash. Oh my God, why are they saying shit? Bitch, keep your shit private. Don't tell us because we will judge. We will judge your asses.
Because we will judge.
No, I'm just blown away, and I'm like, oh, and now there's a new person in her life, and I'm like, wow.
Like, oh.
But I don't talk to anyone about this. I just watch it like a soap opera on the stories
Men
on
do it-
Instagram. It's fascinating the way it unfolds.
Men
I'm
do
like,
it in different forms.
Does
Like,
anybody
what?
else? Do you feel like, okay, when you see those posts? Let's start with the post that oh my God, I'm having a bad day. Somebody help me. This and that. How do you guys respond to those? Are you supportive or do you just go right by it?
am I what?
Depends if
Are you supportive? Like, oh, I'm having a bad day. Somebody help me, please.
It depends on the
Yeah.
person, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because
if I know that person, I'll send them a positive thing because you see who's looking at your story, so you don't want to be a dick. Like, oh, I'm having a bad day. I'm thinking of thoughts of disarray, and then you're like, oh well. Like, no, I'm gonna send a good vibe. Like, hey, what's going on?
Good morning, Adriana. She writes, those couples are so lame. I know a couple who does this. The guy used to message me inappropriate stuff and wink at me in person.
Wow.
You know what? I will say that. Hold on. That is a great point to bring up, girlfriend. That happens a lot. The couples who feel the need to post every fucking day.
Yeah.
Every day, all day, stories, hard posts, you name it. They're the ones that behind the scenes, there's some bullshit going on.
Yes, because we learned in a psychology class about stuff like that. So again, if you have to post every day your validation,
Thank you.
You're not trying to fool us, you're trying to fool yourself. Because you feel that you need to post every single day. Like, oh my God, I love the way he chews.
Wow, what the hell?
Who loves
I
that?
love it. I love it. I see it. I see it every day. Oh, I love the way she looks at me. It's okay to do shit like that every now and then, but
Yeah.
every single day, girl, guy, who are you trying to fool? You need to reassess
Who
your
are you
relationship.
trying to fool? That's great.
Like,
All right.
Like we know.
That went
tell
dark
me that
really
you got
quick.
your car done.
And you know what? I
Yeah.
know when it's bullshit because I've seen people who are like, they're posting their love, and then suddenly it didn't get so many likes, so they'll remove it because it's embarrassed. But sometimes it's just fucking overkill. It's
Yeah,
like,
just-
dude.
I post stories of me and the belt all the time. And nobody ever worries about us.
Make LME about gossip
Nobody even
again.
cares.
Yeah, you take a picture with somebody and you post it and they think it's at that moment. You know, they're like, oh my God. Then they're messaging you on the side. I
Run-
get that a lot. Where
Running
were
with
you? I
somebody.
thought
Why
you
is
said
it-
you were going to be at this place.
I do like all your wifey pictures, Caesar. But see, it's not overkill for me. I enjoy that. And then
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know-
because it's every now and then. Like, we're not trying to be dicks and saying that you
Right.
can't or whatever.
No, I'm
you know,
here
it's
for
nice,
that.
Happy anniversary. Oh, she did. That's
some
but we're
random
saying, like,
moment of appreciation. Yeah.
I don't like any of
and
them,
that's
Caesar.
okay.
I don't like any of them.
I love them. And then
Yeah, but it's like every single day. We're talking about 5 days a week because I have at least 10 couples that are on my feed. And I'm like, oh, you know, they're cool people. But I'm
Yes.
like, come on.
but it's like we know, and I love it. But yes.
Let's see, Liz. If you have to post your relationship every day, it's trying too hard to put your shot out there. Okay.
Your shit out there.
You put your shit out there. I'm sorry.
Adriana says Gil only has one photo of me on his IG from years ago. I know. I was floored when Ray posted me. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Or what happened? I think there's like
Rick's
two.
random. I think the last post that Rick posted of me was my birthday. You
That
know?
was- but
and I'm
see,
not telling him,
it
like,
was
why is my
beautiful.
picture not on there? Why are you not liking it? Like, I don't do that shit.
It was sentimental. It's gorgeous.
All right. Well,
Men do.
I don't think we got any further on who gossips more, but you ladies just kept on going, so I'm going to leave it
No,
at that.
because
Okay.
all your car drama, all your stuff.
You were coughing, so we kept the show going. Shut up.
Okay, so we do have some things to celebrate today as we get into the National Bullshit Days. But before we do that, let's go ahead and let's all put our hands together and our hearts out there and sing happy birthday to a couple people whose birthday is today. It's going to be, let's see, I have a nephew. His name is Cruz. It's his birthday. And also, get up on the cold foot. It's her birthday today, Maria. So let's go ahead and sing a little bit here. Cruz. The cold foot.
With the monkeys and tigers,
Maria.
they look just like you. We got your cake right here.
Happy birthday, guys. Hopefully, you guys have a great one. It sucks that your birthday is on a Monday. Yeah, that's not cool.
It changes every year, darling. But
Every
this year, hey, we hope you did it big this weekend.
Right. Okay. Let's see. National Bullshit Days, along with the birthday celebrations. These are the days that us as Americans love to go ahead and celebrate. So what do? We pick anything and everything to celebrate so we can feel just a little bit more important. So here we go. Let's see. Today we are going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them, and we will let Jenna pick these. Okay.
I never have a choice.
National Leif Erikson Day. Yes or no?
No.
Okay.
He looks like a colonizer. I don't
Okay.
know history right
It
now.
looks like a colonizer. All
I
right.
just see the statue. Too close to Thanksgiving. It's too close to Native American Indigenous Month.
Okay, it's
that's
too
what
close.
we're celebrating
Isn't
today.
that today?
And you better not
Yeah.
say Columbus, because fuck that dude too. It's Indigenous Day today.
All right.
It's a paid holiday for us.
National Online Banking Day. Yes or no?
God.
National Online Banking. No, okay,
No.
all right.
No.
We're not gonna read any of these things. Okay. National Kick Butt Day. There
Yes.
we go. It's
Okay,
your birthday
okay,
today.
okay,
Go
yeah.
ahead and kick some butt. Here we go. Make it happen as I click on National Kick Some Butt Day is observed annually on the second Monday of October. This is a day to give yourself a kick in the seat of the pants.
Oh.
Yeah, kick your own ass is what it's saying, to get up and do something. But National Kick Your Butt Day is what it is. Not kick anybody's butt, but a butt. National Moldy Cheese Day, yes or no? Who eats? Why is this a day?
No, I'm okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
No, I'm good.
National Pro-Life Cupcake Day.
Interesting.
We're going to read this just because, let's see what it is. Oh, I hit the wrong button. There we go. There's my horns. On October 9th, National Pro-Life Cupcake Day encourages open dialogue and exchange of cupcakes. On this day, cupcakes are baked to honor the lives of those not yet born. The day also raises awareness about the issue of abortion. Cupcakes, oh my God. Why are they mixing this up with cupcakes? They're ruining cupcakes. A way to get a conversation started, a difficult subject. I'll just have the cupcake.
They're probably just trying to make a taboo topic easier.
Right.
Here, have a cupcake.
I'll just have the cupcake. I don't know. Unless I wouldn't mind like going somewhere and getting cupcakes and just not talking about it. Okay. And then the last one is going to be National Native American Day. Oh, hell yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
The picture looks like Jenna. Okay. All right.
Oh my God.
You're stupid.
Native American Day, observed annually on the second Monday of October, celebrates the cultures and contributions of many Native American tribes. The observance is also known as Indigenous People Day. There we go.
Thank you.
Is there any shout outs of indigenous people you'd like to give out, Jenna? Any special tribes out there?
No, all the tribes should be recognized. And it's sad that not all 50 states do recognize this holiday. So we're trying to push for it, but it is now considered a paid holiday for most
Really?
state and federal. Yes.
Oh, that's so,
I get paid for it.
you do.
I know Rick's sister does. Yeah, any state or federal employee should.
I had
But
no
yeah,
idea.
let's push it. I want to get it pushed to all over all 50 states.
That sounds amazing.
So shout out to all the peeps out there.
All right. I gets paid. All right, there we go.
That's right, Mr. Ranger.
So those are the national bullshit days that we do have for you today. You can go ahead and celebrate any of those the way you'd like to. If hopefully you get paid for every single one of them, would be nice. Even the cupcake day.
Yeah.
But as we do press on, if you tuned in Friday, we were talking a little bit about a new song that the LME team had put together.
Oh my God.
And it's time to
that
debut
happening right now?
that song. Yes. This is going to be beautiful, everybody. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to play this track. We come back, we'll talk a little bit about it and the construction of it. Anyway, here we go. Good morning to Son of Jarrell. Good morning to everybody out there. So here we go.
Fuck.
This is our Halloween song from the LME team to you. Here we go.
I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. For my monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise,
He did the mash,
He did the monster mash.
the monster mash.
It was a graveyard
He
smash.
did the mash,
It caught on in a flash.
he did the mash.
He did the monster mash.
From my laboratory in the castle east to the master bedroom where the vampires feast. The ghouls all came from their humble abodes to get a jolt of my
He did
electrodes.
the mash,
He did the monster mash.
the monster mash.
It was a graveyard
He
smash.
did the mash,
It caught on in a flash.
he did the mash.
He did the monster mash. The zombies were having fun. The party had just begun. The guests included Wolfman, Dracula, and his son. The scene was rocking, all were taking the sounds. Igor Unchained attacked by his baying hounds. The coffin bangers were about to arrive with their vocal group, the Crypt Kicker
He
5.
did the mash,
He did the Monster Mash.
the monster mash.
It was a great yacht
He
smash.
did the mash,
It caught on in a flash.
he did the mash.
He did the Monster Mash.
Out from his coffin, Drax's voice did ring. Seems he was troubled by just one thing. He opened the lid and shook his fist and said, "Whatever happened to my Transylvania twist?"
He did the mash,
He did the Monster Mash.
the monster mash.
It was a great yacht
He
smash.
did the mash,
It caught on in a flash.
he did the mash.
He did the Monster Mash.
Now everything's cool, Drax a part of the band, and my monster mash is the hit of the land. For you, the living, this smash was meant to. When you get to my door, tell them Boris sent you.
He did the mash,
He did the Monster Mash.
the monster mash.
It was a great yacht
He
smash.
did the mash,
It caught on in a flash.
he did the mash.
He did the Monster Mash.
Easy, Igor. You impetuous young boy. Mash good.
Here's the weather.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for listening to the debut of the Monster Mash, brought to you by the LME team. Was that Ray's sexy grunt at the end?
You know, I was telling him, like, you sound a little familiar there.
One take, everybody.
One take. Again, this man only gives us one take because he's so fucking annoyed with us and all of our giggling. One take, motherfuckers, and we couldn't hear shit.
I will tell you what happened. Today is Monday, 64 degrees currently here in the beautiful city of Alhambra. If you haven't been outside, a little muggy outside today, a little gloomy. It's not going to warm up a little bit till the afternoon, all the way up to 83 degrees. Moving on to Tuesday, partly cloudy, 77 degrees for a high, and then back to gloomy at 78 degrees on Wednesday. Going into the weekend, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, all the way up to 81. Partly cloudy with Bob peeking behind those clouds. If you don't know who Bob is, that's a big orange ball up in the sky, everybody. So that's pretty much your weather for today. Pretty nice, right? It's not too horrible. At least it's not hot anymore. But getting back to our song. Yeah, it's a little rough.
Blowing up.
I think Celine Dion is worried. We tried to get this together, and I will tell you, the prep is so much. It takes so much more to prep to do one of these than actually doing the song. And then
He's actually very serious and was getting very upset with us.
He turns into
And
Phil
Ryan-
Spector. I thought he was going to lock us in a
Yes.
cage or something.
Yeah, he was really serious, which I admire about Ray. Like, he's serious about his shit, but he also gets mad at us, and like we don't say nothing. So Ronnie and I are just sitting next to each other, and we can't like.
All I do is I grab Jenna's like leg, and I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna murder us. And then we can't breathe.
No, that's why I put Rick next to Ray, because I don't want to get the looks that he was looking.
all it is we put it on there. We got all the singing ready to go.
Well,
and then as soon as I hit that record button, you women like change everything. It's like I don't understand.
Anyways, I didn't know how to do those mwahaha voices. I had to think of Hatchet Face.
you nailed it.
Ronnie knew, and it was so funny. Like, she reads my mind. Like, and then you're just like, then there was a part where you handed the mic to Ronnie, and then Ronnie started. He's like, "What's going on? Why is it not recording?" And Ronnie had the mic off. He's like, "Oops."
Well, Ray has this habit, and I understand because when he's on stage introducing bands, yada yada yada, he has a habit of turning the mic off. So when he handed it to me, he turned the mic off. So then we're all queued up and ready to go, and I'm like, oh, I gotta do that again. It's not recording.
Yes, I see that. Yeah, because when he handed me the mic, it was off, and I was like, I'm not going to get yelled at now.
That's right. That's right.
One of your best takes
Was with the
you
mic
with the
off.
mic off. Yeah.
Sorry.
And
What do you mean takes? You gave us one. I got two, and it wasn't even
I
recorded.
know. You guys had like more. We didn't.
You know, in between your 1 and 2 take 1 and take 2,
And the one
it
and
was
two.
15 minutes between you girls
Well-
giggling at each other, and then like I have to reset everything, get the music correct, and then try to go back and get you girls to sing correctly. And then, oh yeah, you guys were great once you did it, but then when it came time for me and Rick to do our parts, you guys kept on giggling.
Oh, wait,
and
first of all,
Yeah.
you couldn't even get it together. Like someone commented, you could hear that you're reading.
I was
'cause
reading
you
the
couldn't
lyrics.
get it. You couldn't get your shit together
I
for
could
the
not.
opening part. You were like, abdi.
But I was not distracting anybody. I was trying to get I had my own zone. You girls, I have to separate
And then I
you.
fucked around and did it. And you're like, okay, you're gonna open the song
Very
now.
unprofessional, Ray. Oh well.
Yeah, but I do have to say I was really, because the people that really truly know Rick, he doesn't like to
Yes.
speak in public. He
Right.
does. I had to force him to jump on the radio with me, and that was and he's like, but I mumble, like blah blah blah. But that was the first time I've ever heard him sing lyrics clearly
He got
without
down.
him mumbling. I was like, what? So people were just like, Rick, that's your voice? Because they're so used to him mumbling.
Life is about
They
one
can
take,
understand him
ladies.
speaking now.
Life is about one take, ladies. There are no do-overs. Take it from a man who's seen war. You got this. Thank you very much for saying that.
Yeah.
All right.
I will say that it was about 11 o'clock at
It was
night.
fun.
Yeah. it was-
But
it was
and
late.
so Ray
Yeah.
was getting moody, knowing that he has to wake up early, like 7:30.
Yeah. That's early.
Yeah, we woke up at 4 a.m. to
You
go
had
have breakfast by 6
pancakes.
a.m. Yeah, we did. We got it. Yeah. But
Okay.
it was fun. I had the best time with you guys.
Whatever.
We had
Okay.
a blast. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloweener. You
Happy
know.
Halloween. Okay.
Yes.
It is Monday, everybody. I'm here with Jenna and Ronnie. My name is Ray C. On Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, you can get out Silky Smoothest of the Partners. They are on hiatus right now, but we'll be replaying this at 5 p.m. until they come back. Tuesday nights, after hours with Mr. Kelly, you can catch him tomorrow morning at 8 all the way to 9 o'clock with all the music he plays Tuesdays, Thursdays, and at 6 p.m. you catch the world famous DJ Boogie with the Chicken Shack Show and see what is on the menu with the world famous DJ Boogie at 6 p.m. Throwback Thursdays with Jenna. Rock and Rhythm Radio presents Generation X, Y, and Z, bumping all the jams from the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. You can catch up with her or anything else she wants to play. Rock and Rhythm Radio every Saturday at 11 a.m. Such a great show. Everybody's waking up, getting ready to start off their weekend. Why not go ahead and jump on with Rock and Rhythm Radio on the forum and make sure you mingle with everybody else that is in there. Sunday, jamming the oldies with DJ Boogie at noon. You can go ahead and catch him on your Sunday barbecue and check out some of the oldies. On the record on Sundays with Mr. Kelly and Steve and Kelly herself, 6 p.m. I was able to tune in last night, and I stole a couple of their songs that will be new music because they always bring in great music. And I'm going to go ahead and play a couple of those tracks today during
I
the
learned
show.
how to pronounce a band's name that I've been saying wrong.
Which one?
Oh no, it just stuck in my brain. I always say the Televisionaires, but they say how do they say it? I already lost it. So.
The Televisionaries.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did it too.
I know. That's probably why.
Not
No.
like, yeah. It's not like I knew it the whole time because I even introduced them as the Televisionaires to begin with. Televisionaries is what it is.
Okay.
Now, the weekend recap, everybody. Believe it or not, we had a great weekend. Jenna, what did you do this weekend?
Hung out with you, bad bitches.
Nice. Where did we go?
We were invited to the Magic Castle in Hollywood. And that was, I have to thank Dean. I've known him, I don't know, I want to say since he was 18, but I am so thankful and honored that he invited, and it was like sharing. We went with the best people, you know, your guys' company, Dean, Gabby, like I loved it. I was in awe. I was geeking out. We had such an amazing time. But the prepping, Ronnie, how was that before?
The prepping was a lot, but yes, shout out to Dexter, Marine Dean, however you know him. But so I guess for a while, at least, I don't know, a month prior, right?
Yeah.
everyone, we were sharing about the website for the Magic Castle and the attire, what you have to wear and whatnot.
Right.
And the ladies, we were like, okay, man, like we were already anticipating and looking and prepping. And, you know, to get the guys to dress up, it's not, you know, a horrible feat, but it's just like, okay, they're always like, oh, no, it'll fit me. Whatever's in the clothes, it's fine. And then it's like, can we try it on just to make sure?
Right.
You
But
know?
you know what? To me, I never knew what the Magic Castle was. This was. I
Can
was
you
totally.
believe that?
That's what baffles me.
I was
that was
totally-
on the bucket list for like 20 years.
Yeah, I was totally oblivious to what the Magic Castle was. I'd never heard of it, nothing. And then when it was getting close to, I was kind of blowing it off. Not that I didn't want to go. I just didn't know anything about it. I thought we were just gonna go have dinner in a castle, like Disneyland. I had no idea.
It's like it's Club 33.
I had no idea. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought it was. I had no idea it was a whole Magic Academy where you have professional magicians running through there. I had no idea. So when we got there, I thought like, hey, what are we going to do after, guys?
Right.
Yeah, and I had no clue that the whole night was almost pretty much planned out for us. We get there, and it was about 5:30. What the fuck's Ray been wanting to go there in my entire life? Yeah, I've never heard of it. And we get there, and we order great food. I got to tell you, the food is over the top. It really is. We had a T-bone steak and with some potatoes, and we had all the trimmings along with it. 4 cheese bread.
I had the aged beef Wellington. It was so delicious.
Yeah.
We had dessert. We had like Ronnie. What was it that you had that I was just like obsessed with? That
The burrata
appetizer.
cheese with
With that strawberries.
with the strawberries and
pesto.
pesto.
I did get a side of bacon with my steak.
You always do, but I think the prep before was hysterical.
Yeah, okay.
Circling back because the men are like, no, we got this, and then it's like, right when I think Ray does have this snazzy little outfit together, the fucking day of, he has to run out and get a belt.
Yeah, I didn't have a belt here.
Like an hour before we left.
Right. And if you guys, by all costs, stay away from the Target in East Los Angeles. It's ridiculous. Don't go there. There's no reason to go there.
Do I ever go to that one?
No.
Then maybe now you know why.
Honestly, I just did the maps thing, and it was the closest one, and it's like, no. You always need some belt.
That was great.
But I ended up...
I mean...
Yeah, I got the
Yeah,
belt.
and when I'm doing my show on Saturday, and then as I'm going, Rich just trying on the outfit. He stressed me out. He had it, and then after the show, he's like, we got to run to Kohl's really quick and get a shirt. I'm like, what?
Oh, no. There
I
you
need 2 hours to get ready. But, you know, it's like, I need 2 hours
So
to get
Rick
ready
needed a
and then
shirt
hustle to
day
you
of.
guys.
Rick needed
Yeah,
a
the
shirt.
day of. Because he realized his shirt wasn't dry clean, the one he originally had planned. And I was...
Oh.
Yes, you guys are both strangling, like, oh my God.
Well,
So then, of course, you're rushing getting ready, and it's hot.
It's
And
like the
I'm
hottest
oh my
day of
God.
October ever.
I don't understand
I know.
why do you feel that you have to like rush to get ready? We knew all day. I don't understand why there's such a rush. Like, we knew this.
I scheduled myself
Right.
well. I started getting ready 2 hours before.
Okay.
Yes,
And still I
it's
have to
always
do
true.
all the last minute things, you know, make sure everything's done in the household. Make sure you have all your shit.
I can take care of my. I understand.
Ray can take care of himself?
Yes. I'm
Okay.
just
You guys say
saying.
that, but we're getting ready for 2 people.
Listen.
Listen.
I was doing my fantasy football while Ronnie was getting ready, and I went and took a 2-hour trip to go get a belt from East Los Target, and she still wasn't ready when she gets back. Like, I was like, okay,
I was ready. I just had to put my dress on.
that's not ready.
That's basically ready for a girl.
Oh my God, you
Hair,
sound like
makeup,
Rick.
all
That's
that
like
shit.
being almost pregnant.
Yeah.
Either you are or you aren't ready. Yes. There's no such thing.
Them is fighting words, honey.
Anyway, aside from the prep, I love how you women like love the prep work first. Like, oh no, we had so much to
Yes, it's 2 hours. It's 2 hours.
do. So we make it to the Magic Castle, and we sit down, we eat, and it was a 3-course meal. Like, we did the whole thing. We did the appetizers, the entree, and the dessert. Now, what I do takes longer to get dressed. Who? Yeah, that's
You
right.
do.
No way.
Fuck yeah. How quick was my dress on? fast.
Exactly.
I slipped that shit on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's not just you getting your clothes on. He's including your makeup, all your hair work that you took to do that. That's 2 hours. I don't take 2
Because
hours.
I was gonna have my hair down.
It's a process.
So women take longer.
Moisturize.
So why don't you
Gotta
just
stop
say
crying.
why don't you just
But
say women take
do
longer?
I ever make you late? No. If anything, you're the
Thank
one who
you.
takes longer.
That
fucking
wasn't the
fluffing
question.
your hair and
the
shit.
question is who takes longer. And
Okay.
instead of saying just women take longer, you just say, well, I had my dress on. I only needed my dress left. That's not the question.
I feel like it depends. Because the days that Ray wants to blow dry his fucking floofy pompadour hair,
Yeah.
that takes him like 20 fucking minutes.
Yeah, you did have floofy hair, Ray,
on top of getting dressed.
because I did notice his hair. You did have floofy hair.
I was still waiting for you when I was done. I was still waiting for you when I was done.
Okay, how about this?
Yeah.
We might take longer, but you take longer to drive. So
It takes a while to lace up Chucks. Okay, so we get to the now. This is where your vote matters. This is where I started to get blown away. After dinner, we had a whole plan on which. Okay, so I'm going to describe the Magic Castle for people who didn't know, like me. I'm sure you guys do, but I didn't know it. This castle is filled with rooms that are of different decor, up and down stairs, basement, all the way up to the first and second floor, and it's full of rooms that
I
are
think it's 3
just
stories.
made, are just made in a way to make you feel like you're in another world, and it's so cool because some of the stages are very intimate where you're sitting right up against the table of where the magic is going to be done, and then some of them are right there in the bar, which is really cool, and the magicians are right behind the bar and they're doing all of their tricks and everybody can see. It's such a great time, and it's one after another, and in between going from one to another you can order drinks and get to the next show. We all started right after dinner. We went to the main stage, and they had a great production show. It kind of felt like we were at a Vegas show.
Yes.
And they performed, magic tricks that were beyond belief. And as the night got, as we went further in the night, it just got better and better. Or I must have just getting more drunk and drunk. But it was so much fun.
you know what? If I am so happy that Dexter went with us because, it's nice to have somebody who's been there several times.
Yeah.
So we know. And then, like a big shout out to our waitress because she took our schedule and made it like a football plan.
She did.
And Ray was like, can you put arrows? And she was like, okay, go to this show and go to this show. So I feel that, when most people, and I see why we had dinner early, because if you have early, you can knock out as many shows as you can. So for me, it's like, if I would have seen one show, I would have been happy. Like, I'm just there and I'm thankful. But we took advantage of like all those shows. And like even Rick was like, we were there from like 5 to 1 in the morning.
We were
literally the last people to leave.
We closed down the castle.
Yes.
And I did love that because we had dinner, we were given tickets to the main show. So apparently you can only go to the big show if you have dinner there. So we got to see the Chipper Lowell, who was like a comedian and a magician, and the guy who was on America's Got Talent, Trig Watson.
Right.
So they were a great duo. Jenna, can you tell us about your experience during that show?
What happened?
So during the show, because the way we were sitting, it was like you guys were the front, and then Dean was in front, and then we were behind. I had felt somebody was messing with the side of my leg, so I thought it was the air conditioning duct. Like I thought, it's the breeze. You're trying to think of a million ways, hoping that it's not what you think in your head. And I kept telling Rick, I was like, somebody's like touching my leg. I don't know. I feel somebody and then he was like, what? And he looked over, he didn't see nothing. I looked obviously, and where I was sitting, I was at the very end. Nobody was sitting next to me. So I was next to that old walkway. And then all of a sudden during the show, I felt somebody grab my ankle like really tight. They were holding on to it. It was a really weird feeling. And I grabbed Rick and I was like, oh my God, somebody just grabbed my fucking ankle. And he's like, what? And he looked over and there was nobody there. And I'm just like, okay, I'm just saying this happened to me because I've always been intuitive to a lot of things. But it was really such a creepy feeling. But it's like, I don't know, and then maybe, I don't know, because even Gabby felt something because they had the seance room at the end of the night. They let us take a look. Yeah. And even Gabby said, like, just her looking in there, you feel something. And because I wanted to see Houdini's handcuffs. That was my thing. And finally, at the end of the night, we found him. And it was just really cool to see a lot of Houdini's stuff. And then Dean had told us that they have a room down below that it's only members only. And inside that room, they have they have the magic book tricks. They have Houdini's book and it's signed and all that good stuff. So it was just really cool. Oh, and then we saw the Haunted Mansion, the first protege type.
Oh, yeah.
And it was really cool to hear that and see Johnny Carson stuff, and it was really cool.
I wonder what it takes to have dinner there at the seance room, and then actually they bring in a medium. After you have dinner, they bring in a medium and they do readings in that seance room, the Houdini seance room. I would love to do that. I really would. What are you laughing at? You wouldn't do it?
No, I would do it.
Dex is the man.
I would.
Dex is the man.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and give him an applause.
Is.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Neil Patrick Harris is the president of the club because you guys had those drinks. The Neil Patrick Harris, the old fashioned, where it came out in the glass and the smoke and the etched engraving of the MC on the ice cubes.
So the idea is like when you go into the seance room is take as many females as you can. So that way they look more scared than you really are. It's like because they're the ones that are going to be screaming and crying.
Wow.
This is the truth. Women always go overboard.
No.
Screaming.
I feel like we internalize a lot, but sure.
What does that mean? Can you get an extra large instead of a medium? Yes, you can. We'll request an extra large.
But the biggest miracle was that Ray drove us there and back.
Oh my God, you guys! Yes, he drove us there and back. It was shocking. It was like the magic of the night.
Why is that such a shock? I wanted to.
Because that's also why I wear flats. I was like, fuck, I'm gonna have to drive to Hollywood and fucking.
I told you I was gonna drive. I told you I got this. This is date night.
It's very rare.
Yeah, I got to see Dex and hang out with him and Gabby and Rick and Jenna, and it was really fun. But what I'm saying though is like, I wanted it to be a date night, so we all kind of, got in the flex and then cruised out there. It was fun.
A classical, traditional date night where Ray drives us.
I did. I even opened the door. I did the whole thing. Ray driving.
That is some black fucking magic. Seriously, and dressed up.
We're like trying to get there on time, and Ronnie puts the fastest driver to get us there. I was like, oh my God. Ray was taking those corners at like 20 miles an hour.
And then Jenna's making fun of him. You drive at 10 and 2.
I've never seen Ray 10 and 2. You need to be in the DMV handbook. Like, he was straight back 10 and 2. And I was like, this guy.
Your posture it's incredible.
It's impeccable.
Okay, well, it just blows my mind. I'm like, don't you have back problems? But he drove.
But I like to stay safe, man. Every life in the flex, it means a lot to me. So, like, it should be that you would be happy that I'm driving the way I am. Like,
not when we got to get there.
Yeah, but I feel like you would get pulled over for going slow.
No,
Ray was
yes.
Ray was good. He did 2 miles over. I was like, all right, 65. He went 67. Okay, that's good.
He's like, why are these people honking at me? And I'm like, well.
Please tell me you have new tires.
Yes.
I've got new tires. We have new tires.
Ray's that scene in Grumpier Old Men where they're driving all slow and the hikers are going faster than the car.
Mm-hmm. And they're like, they like it better when I drive Ray.
They do.
Yeah. And then Ronnie and I actually behaved because I knew that Ray would have a heart attack if we sat next to each other. Mm-hmm. So what happens? You and Rick were sitting next to each other, and you guys were grabbing each other's asses.
There was a lot of ass grabbing.
Like, the nerve.
There was
The
a
nerve.
lot of ass grabbing. We went up and down so many flights of stairs because
Right.
not only did we see large shows and shows at the bar, we saw very
Get your steps
intimate,
in.
teeny shows in like a little creepy basement.
Right,
And
yeah.
I felt like I was taken back. Up 60 years, and here we are, and it was a
Okay.
cocktail party. It was
It
super
was.
immersive. It was wonderful, but
Look at them gossiping. I know. That's right.
We're sitting
this
in
is
front of your
not
faces.
gossip. This is
No.
a weekend update. God damn
This
it!
is a recap.
Don't worry about me and Ray. But anyway, we were going up and down many flights of stairs. There was a lot of goosing going on, and it wasn't to the ladies. It was the men grabbing
No.
ass.
But you know
or
what?
sticking a thumb.
We are
you
quiet
talk about
about
us?
everything. We are quiet about everything. Like once you girls
Really?
notice, once you girls notice, you're like, oh my god, he's grabbing his ass, and then it
I think
never stops.
I was upset because you weren't grabbing
No.
my ass. That's why.
All I'm saying is we are able to keep everything on the down low. Like
Bullshit.
you girls, oh my
I'm calling
god.
out Ray right now.
Oh my
You know what
God.
I'm going to call you out on? Because every time there was a show, and then on the other side, I was sitting next to Ray. At the very end of the show, when it was all quiet, Ray would get up and he would be like, "Did you get that, Jenna? Did you get that?" All fucking loud.
Insulting her
Did you understand that,
intelligence.
Jenna? Did you understand it? Did you get it?
Oh, that's right.
Beady eyes. You got called out too. Call it out, beady eyes.
So during a performance, like was it the big performance? It was, huh? They needed
Yeah.
some help from the audience, and the magician pointed me out and called me, like he said, "You right there with the beady eyes." And I looked around like, "Fuck, I'm the only one here."
Well, it wouldn't be me.
I know, so I made a face.
He said you with the glasses, you beady eyes.
Yeah, that's what he
He
said.
called you out.
He did. I don't have beady eyes, man.
Ray's so butthurt about it. Like,
Just
is
a
that
little
how
bit.
one would describe me with beady eyes? And I was thinking of your pictures from your youth. I'm like, well,
Ray thought he was the only one with a brain.
that's true. That's DJ Beady Eye.
I'm telling you, I don't have beady eyes. I don't know why.
That's right, you don't, baby. It's
Yeah,
the
okay.
glasses.
Whatever.
Yeah.
For him to
Honey,
say
I'm
that.
quiet now, huh?
Yeah.
Did you get it, Jenna? I know.
Yeah,
right?
I think I got it
That's-
now. That's all I would hear. And he would wait till it was all quiet.
I know.
Get that, Jenna?
and everyone
Did
looks.
you get that? I was like, I'm going to trip this mofo down the stairs.
You should have. After all that ass grabbing.
In between a couple of the performances, we got to sit down and enjoy a drink around from Dexter. Thank you so much. And they have a little piano room.
Yes.
And in,
Oh, I love that one, yes.
And in the piano room is a ghost named Irma, and it's a player piano in there. And all you have to do is ask Irma, who's a ghost, any song you want her to play, and she will play it on the piano. And we were able.
That was really cool.
Yeah, that was fun. So it's like a little room, like a large living room, and it had a little bar in there too as well. And you can listen to Irma a little bit. So we decided to listen to a few songs, and we went ahead and requested a few songs, and Irma played it for us. We tipped Irma in the birdcage, and that was also a highlight to listen to some live piano from a ghost and watching the keys play from the player piano.
It was cool.
That was
It
so
like
much
very
fun.
Victorian parlor.
Yeah.
I loved it. It was really cool.
I give my whole experience a 10 out of 10 going to the Magic Castle. If you ever,
Have the opportunity to go.
yeah, this is a place you want to go. It's so much
But-
fun.
Okay, now here's the thing. People trip out because they always say, like, one guy mentioned it while they were doing these tricks, right? They were like, you guys do sell your soul to the devils. Because,
Right.
like, seriously, you try to figure out, card tricks you can kind of get. But there's some stuff that's like, what? But what tripped me out was, honestly, the one that really sunk in was the one that happened to Ray. Do you want to say about that?
Oh, yeah.
That one fucked up Ray.
That one fucked me up. Okay.
He's like, we almost got
that's a
away
good one
with
to
not
tell.
talking about
we
it.
almost got away with it. So,
Yeah, I want to bring it out because you called me out.
I'm like,
as we were walking into one of the performance areas, they were having us fill out cards. and you can't get in without an invitation. That's right. They were having us fill out cards. There was 2 magicians, and they were asking you what your favorite movie is, what your initials were, and a happy thought. So I fill it out and I throw it in the box. And the way they did it was freaking awesome, man. So they did like a couple. You had to fill out these cards, and then we all threw in a card in.
It was a happy memory.
It was a happy memory. That's what it was. And we threw it in, and that whole thing was like it never moved from the stage. Like the cards went in there, and they had no way of reading these cards or anything like that. So they brought on the magician. Now this is later on in the show. They did a couple magic tricks up until this point. So this was like the finale, close to the finale of the show. And they started doing some readings, and they did 3. They did one of a woman who remembered her trip through the ice cream museum, which was one of her happy memories. I can't remember the other one. What was the other one?
I can't because yours blew me away.
Okay.
I was so stuck on yours.
Yeah, and then they came, and this is like, does anybody have the RC initials? And I was like, yeah, that's me.
You were the only one in the room.
I was the
with
only
that.
one in the room with RC. And
Yeah, we all looked at Ray.
We were like, oh, fuck.
and I was like, oh,
It's going to be good.
yeah, and they screwed me up pretty good.
And then I was nervous because you had shared with
I
me
know.
your memory, and I thought, "Oh God, here we go."
The way he started before, he said he paused and he said, "This one has me teared up. This is actually an emotional one for me." And he was like, "I'm tearing up."
Right.
And we were like, "What?" So now I'm thinking, what does fucking Ray put?
Right, and I, the way he was bringing it out and building it up was absolutely magic.
The slow burn was fucking
the
Ray
slow
up.
burn, because he was getting into some details.
And he's asking you questions, and
Yeah.
you can't even answer because you're starting to get choked up.
Yeah. So anyway, the happy thought was like me coming back from overseas. You know, seeing my family and everything. And this motherfucker, he wrote on the thing, like, because he revealed, like, what it was, what my happy thought was, he wrote, "Welcome home, soldier." And I was like, God damn it, you bastard. And so, you know, to lighten me up and, you know, get me out of my emotional state, I said, I hate this fucking show. So I started saying, this is a stupid magic trick. But it was so cool, man. Everybody started cheering. The whole build up towards that end of the night was great, and it really made my night, and I had so much fun.
But not to mention, because, you know, there's those people that think, like, did they talk before the show? You know, one of those things. But
Right.
we knew Ray.
Yeah.
You know, we knew this shit was, now you're like, damn.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So it was a trip. It was a really trip.
It was fun. It was fun to witness if you were in the room too, because like everybody started cheering, and it was
And that
fun.
felt good, right?
Yeah, it felt good, but I wish they would have done it to Dex.
I know. He's like, why couldn't they have picked fucking Dexter, the Marine?
I know.
Why did he have to channel me? It
But,
was great.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to play something here right off the press. Frequency Within, longtime band, everybody. That's been playing a little music all the way through IE, all the way through Los Angeles, all the way down to San Diego. They sent us a new track, which is perfect for this. Frequency Within, and this is Cursed. We'll be right back, everybody. Here we go.
You want my apologies and all the pleasing I can't bring to light. My own life, the ghost stories that you share, the path with bloodstained hands, ghost stories that you share. My past, my hands, forever cursed, forever cursed. I'm wearing these chains, forever cursed, forever cursed. I'm wearing your chains, and you're to blame. You're breaking the sadistic mold, the things the elders hold so deep inside, secrets they hide. monsters that you see with closed eyes, figments of your mind. The ghost stories that you share, the past with bloodstained hands. The ghost stories that you share, my past, my hands. The ghost stories that I'll share, my past with bloodstained hands. Ghost stories that I'll share, my past, your past. You look into the mirror, do you see me too? I look into the mirror, I see a version of you. Forever cause I'm wearing these chains. Forever cause I'm wearing your chains, and you're to blame. First with the latest news, national and local news.
All right, let's go ahead and take some time to go and hear a little bit about news. There's an honor student right there who loses scholarship after homecoming twerking video surfaces. Jenna has a lot of these out.
That's how I met Rick.
He's like, yeah, girl.
Felt like my life was over over a twerking video. I wonder if any of us have ever put anything out there that would take away a scholarship. Well,
Hell yeah.
you think?
I'm so
Wow.
glad. I am so glad. Party crew days and all that bullshit.
Oh,
I am so
okay.
glad there was no.
No,
It was good.
no video evidence. Honor student loses scholarship after homecoming twerking video surfaces. Felt like my life was over. A Louisiana high school student with a 4.2 grade point average had a scholarship endorsement withdrawn after a video of her twerking at a homecoming party was posted on social media. Who is looking for these videos? That's the question I would have. Like, it's like, we have to protect our scholarship. Let's go ahead and, make a search for this, and then they find it, right? Isn't that a little weird?
Maybe there's, again, like with football and whatever, the
Yeah.
morality clauses, you know?
Okay, all right. But is twerking going over the line when it comes to moral ethics?
That sucks. I feel bad.
Do you? How bad, Jenna?
So she's in high school. She's 17 and she's twerking. Would you want that video of your daughter twerking out on the interwebs? I don't,
Okay.
Or your son.
Well, my son, yeah, and I'm with you.
It wouldn't bother me because if it's an after party and he's not twerking like naked and it's just that
Okay.
you see twerking, it's
Right.
like, but it wouldn't bother me if I saw my kids at 17 letting off steam at an after party.
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't. Now, if it was at the school, then you'd be like, come on, common sense. You don't do it on school grounds or whatever. But
Oh, great twerking. When I worked at the school, the kids lied that I was twerking. I was like, what?
Shut up.
Adriana about ready to get fired. Okay. All right.
That was probably the kids. The little boys probably had a crush on you, and the girls were probably being haters.
Oh, yeah.
They were like, "Oh my God, look at this Morticia coming in, this hot Morticia," and then the little boys are like, So
Son of Jarrell.
I feel
Haters
like
gonna
if
hate.
this was a guy, he probably wouldn't have. I feel like 'cause she's a chick.
right, Jenna.
No way.
Bullshit. If a guy got
If
caught
he was
getting like a
star,
Mhm.
if he was a football star and had a full ride, and he
Let's
was
make it
17
worse,
at an
though.
after party,
Let's make it
yeah,
worse.
These kids
If
do
there's
worse,
a video of him getting a fucking blowjob, no,
What?
No, let's make it worse. He would get away scot free. This chick
Yep.
has a video of her only twerking with clothes on, and her
Yeah.
scholarship
No
is
way. That's a
bullshit.
horrible example.
That's how it goes. Are you okay? How do you feel about the difference? The 17-year-old girl twerking, or
Yeah.
something about a dude? The scales are totally tipped.
I don't think a BJ like being like that's porn. You can't have
But if
anybody.
it was a guy, if it was the guy doing it, I bet you he wouldn't have got busted.
The twerking.
If he was a football star, had a full ride, possibly an NFL top draft pick, and he got caught twerking, they would just talk to him like, oh, don't do that.
And I feel like it could be fucking way worse, and they're still going to let him go. They're going to cover it up. They're going to turn the blind eye. And it's going to be, I don't think that, of course, she wouldn't be the one to post a video of herself twerking.
Right.
It was a friend posting or something.
She probably sucked at twerking. That's why they took away the scholarship. I'm with Rebel. I am with Rebel on that one. Maybe she was not a scholar when it came to twerking. Doesn't deserve any free money for twerking. You don't think so? Let's read on. Kaylee Timoney, 17, a senior at Walker High School in Walker, Louisiana, was also removed as a Student Government Association president. She was the president, twerking to her student body. In the aftermath of the video.
I want to see this video.
Shut up! No!
I want to be the judge.
All right. Which was filmed at the private event. It was a private event in Parish Club, Country Club, on September 30th.
Twerking at the country club.
She did.
There you go.
According to the local news and blog. The video, which has since been deleted. You can't watch
Damn
it,
it.
Jenna. That's it. Your time is over. You can't watch it. It's been deleted.
Damn.
Reportedly showed the teen dancing behind her friend who was twerking at the after-hours bash. Their Timoney's mother was in attendance. That's my daughter over there twerking.
That's hysterical.
Yeah. The DJ who played at the party and filmed the posted video told the outlet the dancing was harmless. Well, he's a DJ. I mean, he wants people to twerk. Oh. No, I can't answer that right now. Let's see. How those kids were dancing was not bad. I've seen much worse. DJ Savage was his name. It was generally kids having fun. Says Savage. Because we care what he says. DJ Savage. Timoney was called into the school's front office on Tuesday morning and reduced to tears as Principal Jason St. Pierre made her watch the video. The distraught teen was unfiltered. Okay. Why?
That's wrong.
That is wrong. Like, that's a private event. Somebody took a video, and now you're going to bring me into the principal's office? If that girl had any...
jealous bitch.
Yes. It's like, why are you playing this with my parents not here? Why do you feel that your authority goes to private... Are you going to watch me open my Christmas presents too? That's where I would be. Like, why are you showing
and it
this?
was like, you mean that dance, she was the only one twerking.
Right.
Like, nobody else in that whole...
Someone hated her, Adriana writes on the forum.
someone
Yeah,
hated her.
there was some bullshit going on.
That was that sneaky friend. That, oh, yeah, girl, do
The
it.
frenemy,
And then-
the frenemy.
Right.
Yeah, the frenemy, yep.
Had I been brought into the principal's office and shown a video of me twerking, I would have just started twerking along with the video. I was like, oh, hell yeah. I get to relive
Get
this.
the rest. I was doing this too.
Yeah.
I can just see your high and tight butt doing that. Yeah.
You don't think for a minute that the authority is overstepping its bounds by showing a video that was off campus? And this is high school. This is not college. She hasn't gotten paid yet. Why are you taking away something she hasn't received yet? It's just a piece of paper right now.
Because unfortunately they they envision that this student is going to embody all of these types of this whole bubble of things, right?
Okay, I see
she
that.
is going to be the straight A student, and she's going to be Christian, and she's not going to be fucking twerking. That's what it is.
They should treat it like the Amish. You know how they give them that year?
Right.
And then they have to decide.
Explore.
The others were dumbasses without the scholarship. Okay.
True.
Let's see. This wouldn't have happened if DJ Four Songs was on the ones and twos. Just saying. That's right. Wouldn't have happened. Keeping everybody safe. I saw online the Mean Girls cast met up. Is there going to be a sequel? I wonder.
It's going to be their daughters. No, I don't know.
Nice.
Was that long ago?
Exactly.
They basically told me I should be ashamed of myself, and they were concerned about my afterlife if I wasn't following basically God's ideals, which made me
there
cry
we
even
go.
more. Okay, so they threw...
That school tells me a lot. Then never
Yeah.
mind. She's fucked.
Yeah.
She's
Like, could you imagine? Like, that's what they brought her in. It's like, listen, I want you to think about your twerking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be doing it, honey.
Is this where you want to be when Jesus comes back? That's a hell of a guilt trip for a kid.
I know.
That should be the parents' fault for sending her to that school.
I fucking tell you. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Jeebus.
I'm like, Catholic school will fuck you up. I were Christian, hey. But,
Yeah.
whatever is best for you and your family.
Yeah.
And I really hope that this girl, it'll be more of a positive ending, because you don't know, at 17, and then that was all stripped away for that. Now she's going to be a fucking stripper doing rails,
Wow.
because everything was taken away.
Yes.
It's quite the spectrum, Jenna. Okay. After
Really says the one. Never mind.
After allegedly dressing her down in the meeting, St. Pierre also informed the star pupil he was withdrawing her application for the scholarship, which only goes to 2 students a year. All I was doing was having innocent fun, and now I'm mortified. I don't. Come on, I don't agree with that.
Here's my question. I would fight it, because I would say, is twerking against the law at 17? Is it a law? Is it a law in Louisiana that you're not allowed to twerk?
Here's what the principal would say.
Or is it in the guidelines, like no twerking? Is that in their bylaws? No twerking. I want to see the bylaws.
It's probably something that has to go, and I think Ronnie hit it on the head, where it's like there's a moral clause of something, and although it doesn't say that twerking is definite, like it's not mentioned specifically, like drinking would also be considered, if it's not on there. That's why they're attacking her.
There's like a code of ethics.
Right.
Yeah, but drinking's against the law if you're not 21. That's what I'm saying. Is there a law that
I believe that they would revoke her scholarship as well if she was caught drinking underage.
Right. Or anything else.
But that's what I'm saying. Drinking is against the law. That is a law.
Right.
That you have to be 21 and over. So is there a law in Louisiana saying a 17-year-old can't twerk? That's what I'm saying. I would hire an attorney.
Well, she's going to a Christian college, it sounds like. So
Right.
if they're a Bible thumping, Jesus, come to Jesus, it's not going to fly.
Go to a regular college now.
She's going to go to the University of Miami now and earn a degree in twerking.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All I was doing was having innocent fun. Her mother, Rachel Timoney, had her own meeting with the principal on Wednesday and was... and she wasn't including the initial meeting with her minor daughter. So that's what I was saying. Why didn't they have the parents there? Like, you're just going to show her the video and not have like your parents present, the ones that was in charge of her during that party, which gave the consent. Yes, my daughter, you can twerk. You know what I mean? It's like the principal is not your parents. They don't do that. That's the whole thing with them, I feel, over.
Right, but I'll bring up an example. In elementary school, and I went to St. Ignatius in Highland Park.
Yeah.
Catholic school, right? My friend... she had her birthday party in Big Bear, and her mom had a Suburban, so she drove up a bunch of us for her birthday weekend, and it was co-ed. It was boys and girls, but her aunt and her mom went to supervise all of us, and we had a blast. It was fun, yada, yada, yada. But when we went back, we had all missed that Friday. So it was a Friday, Saturday. We came back Sunday.
Yeah.
And it was my best friend in elementary school, Paulina. Shout out. Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
And the minute we went back on Monday morning, even though our parents wrote us, like an absent note, that Monday, the teacher gave us so much shit, and it's like, okay, well, was it excused? Everyone gave us so much shit for doing that because of the moral, ethics. Like, oh my God, how is that acceptable? You're having a co-ed weekend, but it was like we all slept in separate rooms. Like, it was like, and then the mom was there, the aunt was there. No one was like canoodling.
Right.
It was all of us, a bunch of young kids who were your best friends at that time, going away for the weekend in Big Bear. And we got so much shit. There was so much shame applied to that, and it was so uncomfortable for like the next few weeks at school.
What was the equivalent of twerking? Because you didn't have twerking back then.
Boy and girl sleepover.
That was it?
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Anybody make
But
out?
that's my point. Nobody made out.
Whatever.
I swear to God.
Ronnie makes good points, but what I'm baffled about is I can understand private. I went to a Catholic school when I was younger, but here's the thing: this school that she attended, it's not a private school; it's a public school.
Right.
Okay.
That's what it says right here. Yeah.
Again,
But she's going to a Catholic college or a Christian college.
The one who's awarding her.
Who's giving her the scholarship.
Okay.
So
They had other people dancing in the video. Also, that on the dance team, nothing happened to them. He said she was punished because she is the hood ornament of the school. So
right,
she's
I
singled
agree.
out. Yeah.
She's the example.
Yeah.
She's supposed to be that perfect poster child, and she fucked up.
Twerking gets you every time.
Oh, it's going to get you every time, huh?
I got another new one here. New Music Mondays, everybody. Our friends from the Atomic Circle just let out a track here. They released it, and we're going to go ahead and play for the very first time. It's going to be on the rotation from here on out. You like what you're hearing, go ahead and hit that like button. This one's called Eyes Turned Down from Jeebus. It's called Eyes Turned Down. From the Atomic Circle, everybody. We'll be right back. Here we go. Welcome back, everybody. Here we go. That was Eyes Turned Down by the Atomic Circle.
That was quick.
Yeah, I love that song, man. It's really quick, and I just love the music they put out, man.
They do. They put out
the
fun
Atomic
music.
Circle. Okay, let's see. We do have another story here. This one is going to be concerning a Ring, those camera-operated bells for your door. Ring. Ring offers $1 million prize for video proof of aliens and UFOs. In case aliens come knocking at your door, they want to see that footage. That's one hefty consolation prize. Do you get it, Jenna?
Wow.
Consolation prize. Okay. Ring is offering $1 million award to anyone who can capture an alien sighting on their Amazon company doorbell cameras. Ring's $1 million search for extraterrestrials encourage Ring users to scour their footage this season for any signs of the unnatural or abnormal activity. We have a Ring. We never go through the footage at all, right?
Not often.
You ever see any coyotes on it?
Oh, I haven't even looked. No, I just
Yeah.
check when I'm being nosy. The neighbors are outside.
Right.
Yeah.
Doing plumbing work?
Apparently, Rick's Ring is more like an audition tape because you have Audrey, my daughter, singing. Everybody likes to mess with Rick on his ring.
Oh, that's cool.
Like to tell him, leave a
That's
message.
great.
Yeah, that's fun. Freddie had somebody weird come up on his ring, like a drunk girl. Came up on...
What?
Yeah, he sent it to me. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh man, I want to see.
I don't know if he still has it. Ask him. He'll send it to you, too. For almost 100 years, scientists, experts, and average homeowners have shared stories and video clips of alien sightings. ring set on Wednesday. With new sightings and further evidence that life forms might exist beyond the Earth's atmosphere, there's a possibility that extraterrestrials activity could be happening right outside your front door. So every morning when you're drinking your cup of coffee or canela, you can go ahead and check out your ring activity and see if you catch...
I guess you can see the sky, too,
Yeah, you
a
can
little
see the
bit.
sky.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Oh, you're looking at it right now.
That's scary. I don't think I'd want to see that because now I'll be freaked out if I see some shit happening in the front. I'd rather not know.
Why not?
Imagine you see a little... I don't know. I don't want to see no little person
No
walking
little
past my
person.
front door. I don't want to acknowledge that. I know they're there. I just don't want to see it. Because then I'm like, that's too close for comfort. I'm moving out. My house is on the market.
Are you one of those people that'll freak out if, like, they come in? Because they're supposed to...
I'm not going to freak out. I'm going to be quiet. I don't want to get taken and probed and any of that shit. I know they're here.
Right.
Like, I believe in that shit, but I don't want to see it in my front yard. Like, that's too close for comfort. If I see that in my front yard, my house is going for sale. I'm out.
The whole
That's
thing. The whole thing with me
They
is
can
like
take my neighbor, not me.
Why do people panic right off the bat? If nothing bad is happening, like right now, why is panic gonna set in? That's what the whole thing is. Like,
I'm not gonna panic. I just don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to be experimented on.
Caesar's
None of
right.
that.
What if they look just like us? You know, like how far do you think people are going to go to try and, you know, get this $1 million? How many spoofs do you think they're going to be, or, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Hey, I watched Roswell in the 90s. I love that show.
Roswell?
I used to love that show.
Users who spot a UFO flying past their property, green little men walking down their street, or proof of otherworldly life are encouraged to submit their ring footage to Amazon Company, where it will be reviewed by a space extraterrestrial expert. Okay, if paranormal professional deems that your video meets the scientific evidence criteria of an extraterrestrial life form, the owner will be awarded a sizable prize money of $1 million. We better start looking at that shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can give that job to you.
I really want to know, are they going to announce it? Oh, we just gave $1 million. I don't think so. I think what's going to happen is somebody's going to submit that. They're going to swoop them up. They're going to be worse under interrogation by the government. And then they'll never get their stupid $1 million. Like, that was just $1 million. And then that's it. You're never returning home.
Okay, now there's something else. Participants could still be eligible for a smaller prize. However, by submitting a creative hoax that might trick some who aren't so privy to scams as the expert, show us your best extraterrestrial costumes, accessories, makeup, props, or other artificial means, and you may be eligible to win a $500 Amazon gift card for your creativity. So you can make something.
I love an alien picture of Rick and I. I'm going to send that shit in.
You should.
Is there any probing on it?
Oh my God.
What? That's what she's worried about.
Is that what you're worried about, Jenna?
She said it 4 times.
If then you can send Rick and Ray. Apparently they love that.
Yeah, apparently they do. That's why Ray has no problem getting swooped up.
But I always tell them I'm more like a fungus. I'm hard to get rid of. Oh, thank you. Didn't you guys see the UFO that crashed in Las Vegas? And everyone saw it? No.
Yeah,
I think you
that
did
was the cool one.
with the family. I believe you did.
Yeah. It was on TikTok.
And now nobody knows what happened to that family.
There you go.
No way. Really?
Where he's like, maybe I won't submit the footage then.
I wouldn't be like, I would want to see it. I would.
Okay.
When they said they saw people in the backyard, that one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one.
It wouldn't scare me to see him. I would want to talk to him. I would. What about you? Well,
I don't know that they would talk to you, though.
Wait, have you guys seen those videos that have people getting taken by God?
Oh my God, what?
Yeah, there's somewhere like in New York where people vanish out of thin air. I think those are all fake, though.
Taken by God? I don't think so.
Jeebus Do you guys believe that one?
I haven't seen them.
I'll believe that it's not God taking him. I'll believe that an alien take him, but not God. Come on.
There's a video of a couple just sitting, like enjoying a cup of coffee in the morning, and then the security cameras is like outside the coffee shop, and then 1 second they were there, and then bam, they're freaking gone from existence. And then people started noticing, like, what happened to the fucking people that were sitting there? And they started freaking out. Baby Jeebus is a zombie. That's right. All right, I'm going to go ahead and play one more, everybody. Those are great stories. And when we come back, we're going to do Am I the Asshole? So we can all judge. It's called editing. I sent it to you, Ray.
It's called editing.
Yeah, I know.
That was great.
Editing. Okay, now this one, if you tune in to all of our other shows too as well, I would have you guys tune into Kelly and Steve. They always play great music, and so I'm taking this from On the Record, and so deserving. This artist is a 10th grade high school teacher.
Okay.
And
is this the Little Miss?
The Little Miss,
Okay.
yeah. So I got it, and I'm going to play it here for you. Hit that like button if you love what you're hearing. When we come back, we're going to do a little bit of Am I the Asshole? But pay attention to this song. It's really well put together. You guys are going to love it. We'll be right back. Here we go, everybody.
My back is to the breeze and the sun is on my face. I ask myself for ease, cause I know this ain't a race. Why do I keep doing this? So why do I push on? Why do I keep racing around with nothing to be won? Slow it down, my friend, you're doing just fine. I feel your heart and I see your mind. You can rest easy knowing you got time. Sip slow, lay back, relax, unwind. I try to slow it down just to speed back up. I'm racing all around and I'm spilling my cup. I'm always in a hurry and I'm always out of time. I'm always full of worry and I'm always on my mind. Slow it down, my friend, you're doing just fine. I feel your heart and I see your mind. You can rest easy knowing you got time. Sip slow, lay back, relax, unwind. Slow it down, my friend, you're doing just fine. I feel your heart and I see your mind. You can rest easy knowing you got time. Sip slow, lay back, relax,
Here we go, SoCal. Here's the part of the show where we get to read other people's stories and judge them as we see fit. It's time for Am I the Asshole?
Welcome back, everybody. We're going to let Jenna pick the first one, and we'll read it, and we'll get our judging on. Once again, that was Slip Slow by The Little Miss. Go ahead and find her on Instagram at The Little Miss and follow her and let her know how much you love her music. Am I the asshole for telling my, daughter-in-law she wasn't invited due to her weight? Or, wow. Am I the asshole for telling my wife not to worry about it when I gave my parents $10,000 for some dental work my dad needed? What do you think, Jenna? The weight?
This is a hard one.
Or the money for dental work?
Let's do money.
Let's do the money.
I deal with fat girl problems.
Okay. Am I the ass for telling my wife not to worry about it when I gave my parents $10,000 for some dental work my dad needed? I have been the sole breadwinner for my family since the beginning. I met my wife in university. She graduated, but she decided that she wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. She worked for a few years until we got married and she got preggo. She worked until a couple of months before our son was born, but never returned to the workforce. We have raised 3 kids together as a team. We have now managed to get the last one out of university and out of the house. Okay, so they're all grown-ups now. Get out.
Okay.
My wife now spends her days gardening, walking our dogs, and taking care of the house. That's the life right there. Right? Nope. Every weekend, she takes her parents grocery shopping. My parents are still very independent and do not require my physical help.
Okay.
She also subsidized her parents' grocery bill to the tune of $400 to $500 a month. I know prices have gone nuts, and they are good people, and it doesn't affect our budget, so I really don't care. My mom recently told me that my dad has been putting off some dental work he needs because it is too expensive, or even with their insurance. I gave them the money. Once again, it's not a big bite out of our savings and will not affect our overall budget. My wife had a problem with me gifting my parents that money. I told her to relax and that it wasn't a big deal. She says it is a big deal and that we should have discussed it first. I asked her when we discussed buying her parents groceries, like, if we did, or paying her parents to come over on vacation with us, she got upset and said that she didn't realize I was keeping score. I said I hadn't been until she brought this up. So she thinks it's a little bit different. So herein lies the big question.
Am I the asshole?
For telling my wife not to worry about it when I gave my parents $10,000 for my dad's dental work. What do you think?
Okay, I'm reading what Adriana wrote. He's the asshole for not discussing with his wife. He's degrading his wife for being a homemaker. I do feel that he's degrading her for being a homemaker, but at the same time, now hearing that she didn't discuss what she was doing, it's kind of like, I think they're both retarded.
Yeah, I think she's the asshole because she already just assumed I'm gonna take care of my parents, and he's never said shit. So she's spending every month $400 to $500 a month on groceries. I'm sure that is equivalent in past. It adds up, and if they're family and they're married, then it shouldn't be an issue. Yes, I agree. He should have said to her, "Hey, 10,000 of the savings should, is going to go to my parents." But I think it's just miscommunication on both parts,
or the lack of.
There's a lack of, for sure.
I feel.
But I wouldn't have got mad. I would have been like, okay, because again, if he had said, if we were in a budget crisis and we needed that money, I understand. But if to me, I understand they're living a comfortable lifestyle. So, and I get what he's saying about her, he's just describing what she does. Like, she is educated. She chose to stay home. I didn't force her to work. So he's just painting the picture for us, saying, look, this is how she's living, and I'm working, and we're comfortable, and we're good, and the kids are out. So this is what's coming up. So I think they should have just both communicated. But I don't know. I feel she's a little bit of an asshole. She shouldn't have got super upset.
I know, because if you do the math, $500 a month for 12 months is $6,000.
$6,000.
So she's doing that yearly anyway. But again, either way, I feel like they're both the asshole, because anything with a large amount that's going to be consistent, a recurring bill or a big purchase, you have to talk about with your partner.
Yeah.
You should anyway, to avoid shit like this.
So what's the consent? Like, after 18 months, she's already going to hit that 10,000 mark, right? After 18 months, $10,000 is a lot, though. At once, what she does for her parents is split up.
True, but I don't think she even took into account how that was affecting them. Like, that's like you just going out and coming home with the Benz for a $600 monthly payment. I'd be like, did you look at everything else where all the other money's going?
Right.
Like, because like this month for us, I know is an expensive month.
Exactly. What did you say, Ronnie? How much was groceries for 1 year?
$6,000.
Yeah, so 6,000. That's just 1 year, and she's been doing this. So again, that's
Yeah.
more than 10 grand in the end. And he's just like a one-time deal with his parents. So it's the same shit. They need to both
It's
just
the
talk.
same
Hey,
shit.
Yeah, I don't think I
yeah,
would.
and they're comfortably can afford it. So he probably just but he should have discussed like, hey, my dad needs this. I gotta pay it. But I get it because he's working hard. But again, if she divorces him, she does get half of all his shit. And alimony because
They've made it over the 10 years.
Over the 10 years.
I don't think this is grounds for divorce, but I do.
Money is often a cause for that.
Yeah,
Come
but
on.
she gets half those teeth.
Yeah.
If it puts them into dire straits, then yeah, I could see it. But they're nowhere near that. Like Jenna had pointed out, they live comfortably. I think he can be a little bit liberal with how he's spending his money. Like, okay, a simple apology would be like, okay, I did give my dad $10,000,
sorry,
right? But I don't think.
But I don't want to hear your amount. Yeah,
Right,
like I'm
because you're
sorry.
doing
my
the
dad, but
same
you-
thing.
Yes, exactly.
Right. I
Won't
thought
happen again.
I thought he said they discussed the help for her parents. I think the point of discussion, not how much. They did not discuss it. That's why he was saying, like, I don't remember discussing the amount.
And it was that, and apparently her parents go on vacation with them, and they foot the bill every time.
Okay, yeah.
So
versus his parents don't go.
Right.
All right. Women needs to be put in their place. There you go. That's what I'm talking about right there. Isn't that always the
Yeah, and
case?
especially if he's taking her fucking parents on
Yeah.
vacation. That shit adds up.
Am I right, Ray? Yes, you are.
I think like a man. That woman should just shut up and be thankful that he's not making her work and run the fucking house.
Yeah, maybe the parents are dicks. they play a role.
But you know,
they play a role.
I was where Adriana was at the beginning. I felt like he was making her feel like shit because, she's a lowly stay-at-home mother. Even though she is educated, he's like, well, I'm making the money and Lola, you're not doing
Yeah.
shit. Even though she's the heart of the household and the house would fucking fall apart without her.
Right.
We know this.
I know this.
Yeah, I know you know this.
Yeah, but he wasn't degrading her. He was painting the picture.
Right.
He was letting us
Right.
know. He wasn't like, because he's thankful, because if not, he could have been like, no, you need to work and you need to this. He's just like, we live a comfortable life, but she's educated, but he's acknowledging she's educated.
Yeah.
And so he's just kind of like painting the picture for our decision to judge.
Right.
All right, let's move on to another one. You ready, Ronnie? Here we go. This one goes to you. Am I the asshole for not baby-proofing my home? All right. Or am I the asshole for abandoning my stepbrother on a plane in a different country? It's up to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
The stepbrother.
Stepbrother
Fuck
at
it,
another
yeah.
plane. Okay, here we go. Am I the ass for abandoning my stepbrother on a plane in a different country? I am a 16-year-old female, have a stepbrother who's 13.
Oh, girl.
We're not close at all.
You're already the asshole.
yeah.
I don't even want to read
You're
it.
already the asshole.
She's an asshole. He's 13.
Yeah, you're definitely the adult in this situation.
And in another
You're the
country,
asshole.
not even fucking.
Right.
Oh Lord, hell no! You're an asshole.
And who are these parents that sent these two numbnuts on a plane out of the country like that?
To me,
It's not like you're like,
it doesn't matter if they're not close at all. There's that sense of responsibility, like you were sent in confidence to take
no
care of
shit.
your stepbrother. But let's
it's not
read
like
on.
you were like, and it's not like you were flying from like California to Vegas.
Right.
You're like sending your kids. The parents are the assholes for putting these two numbnuts to go into different countries to have to deal through passport and customs.
Right.
Anyways.
Okay.
The parents are the assholes.
Let's read on. When I was 7, it was discovered that my dad had an affair with another woman, and Dean is the result of the affair. Okay, bastard child.
She punished him.
Yeah. My mother has filed for divorce, but due to their not having a large enough income or savings, my dad ended up having custody of me. And me seeing my mom twice a month after the divorce, my dad remarried his affair partner, Kim. All right. So the mistress.
Mm-hmm.
A few years ago, my mother has moved to the UK and got married to Richard.
Okay.
Dick. I have since visited her a few times and get along with Richard very well alongside with his children as they are older and have already moved out. My mother has suggested for me to move into the UK and live with her until I turn 16 according to the custody agreement, when I can choose who I want to live with.
Okay.
So I can go to school here. I've agreed, and my mother has booked me tickets for this September to fly over.
Mhm.
All right, so the mom fitted the bill. My dad wasn't happy with it, but I didn't pay much attention as I was feeling miserable for leaving him. Kim and Dean would constantly say mean things about me, or mostly about my mom, and my dad or Kim will never step up to help.
Okay.
My dad and Kim have decided to send Dean to the UK and make him live with me and my mother, and so I can find a school for him there. However,
What the?
yeah, I know it's a lot. Like, you're sending your stepkid too, like, over there. Like, all right, they're going together. However, they haven't told my mother about that. They're just sending the other kid. So she had no idea. Yeah, I was flying to my mother 2 weeks ago. As my mother booked a ticket for me and Dean were sitting separately on the plane and registered separately too. So the mother still doesn't know that the other kid is coming, the bastard child. We were meant to have 2 changes. However, as the plane was very late, we didn't have much time between the first change. On my way out of the plane, I tapped him on the shoulder and reminded him of the change and how little time we had between them. But he has brushed me off and carried on playing on his handheld. So I carried on walking. After I landed in the UK, about 10 hours of traveling total, and my mother met me, she looked concerned and informed that my dad has called her angry and blaming me for abandoning Dean in a different country. I have told my mother what happened, so she doesn't blame me. My dad, Kim, and Dean are calling me an asshole, as my dad had to take time off work to apply for emergency visa and go and get him home.
Wait, so...
So herein lies the question:
Am I the asshole?
for abandoning my stepbrother on a plane in a different country. Go ahead, ladies.
Wait, I'm confused. So he didn't know how to get on the
parents are
connecting
assholes.
flight, or
She alarmed him that you have to get on another flight, little asshole, and he took his time and missed it, is what happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
So wait, I'm a little confused.
Okay.
The plane ticket that the stepbrother was on, right?
Yes.
So he didn't have the exact same flight. It was like they kind of had the same flight, but he had to change planes. Like, were they not on the same flight through the whole process?
They
or
were.
Was his ticket?
They were on the same flight through the whole process. They just
okay.
they weren't flying. Like, they didn't
In the
know the
same
little
flight.
boy was
And-
going. Yeah. Because the dad
Yeah,
bought
but
his
the guy
tickets.
should have told the mom, like, "Hey, mom."
But I want
Guess
to
what
know,
Dad
why
did?
was the Fairchild, who has no relation to her biological mother, why was he gonna go with her to the UK? Like, I don't understand
That's
that.
where I'm baffled. Yes.
Yeah, because
If they were cool, totally different story. But it doesn't sound like they are.
they were pushing off their kid. They were like, "No, you're taking this one too."
The dad is the fucking asshole. Yes, Caesar.
Yeah.
The dad
The
is the
asshole.
fucking asshole. He's
I
like,
believe
let
so,
me
too."
continue with my new wife and ship this child also off
Right.
with
Like, here, can you
with
take
the
care of the
original wife?
Right.
First wives club.
The dad wanted to get rid of his kids. That's
Yeah.
exactly what it was.
He's like, "If you're going, you're taking my wife's son too."
You know the bitch I cheated on you with? That kid. Right? Oh my God.
You know what it is, right? This is how his mind worked, and I know this because he's a little twisted. He sent the little boy with the daughter. So when it came time for them to come back, they would have to fly back together so that way the daughter would come back. As opposed to like, okay, I'm only going to send your daughter, or you can't let my son fly by himself. He's only 7. Send my daughter back with him. That's what that was. And it took a bad turn because the daughter like didn't give a shit about the boy. Like, didn't grab him by the hand, didn't fucking do any of that. That's what that was. He wanted to make sure that he was going to get his daughter back. You can't send a 7-year-old kid overseas by himself. They have to be flying. So that's what it was. It's sad how many people do that. I've seen in a video of a grandma recording her daughter living with her kids and never coming back because the daughter wanted to have fun with her new boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's what the whole thing was, is he wanted to make sure his kid was coming back. His daughter. So he sent the boy.
So what did he think he was doing, though? Was it because the daughter with the new, you know how she's being married into, she could take advantage of like the UK education? Did he think somehow that his son with the other wife was going to be able to do that?
Oh, yeah.
But how
yeah.
does that even work? Because they're not connected at all anymore. And did he
No.
apply for a visa for that child?
Thank you. That's what I was noticing in the comments. He has a tourist visa. You know, that's
Right.
completely different from what the UK has. So what the hell was the dad
I've
thinking?
learned this
Or-
from 90 Day
Why?
Fiancé.
Thank you. Exactly. I've learned a lot from that show for the UK version. So I don't understand, like, what the hell. The stepmom's the asshole for allowing her kid to be like, bye. Oh, and what? He's 13. There's no legal guardianship granted to that family over there.
That's right.
Oh, God.
The mistress mother let like.
Yeah, that's her kid.
Mistress Mother.
Yeah, the mistress mother was the one who let her kid go.
She's the asshole. She just allowed her son on a regular visa to just get on and live your life. That doesn't make no fucking sense.
Yeah.
I know so many people like that.
What, just let the kids go like that?
Hello, I live that.
Oh yeah.
I want to know
Yeah, I
how
wanna
new
come
wife
back
thinks
with
it's
parents.
okay. What kind of monster am I?
Right.
You know that you
13.
just doesn't
How
make sense.
old was the biological son?
13.
7.
Oh, 7? I thought 13. Okay.
No, 7. The daughter was
13?
13. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's even worse.
Yeah.
No. She was 7
no,
when
no.
she discovered the affair.
Oh.
16, the son was 13.
Now, yeah.
All right. Well, still 13.
Damn, he was having that affair for a while then.
Oh, yeah.
They're 3 years apart.
He was getting it in. Everyone is the asshole in this situation. All of them suck.
They all suck.
Yeah.
I can't believe the 13-year-old was willing to go.
Even the.
He was like,
I
what kind
know.
of relationship does he have with his mom where he's like, deuces?
He's all pleased.
Like, I don't know these fucking people. Why am I going to the UK?
He's always just playing his video
Yeah,
games.
he's-
He doesn't even know what's going on.
He doesn't even know. They're just like transporting
It's
him.
like, Dad, why did you make me? He's like,
Seriously, well, you were an accident, son. Or like Yaki says, you were a
It's
accident.
a accident. There you go. Okay, let's do another one here. I get to choose the next one. If we can, let's see here. Am I the ass for telling my wife that she will have to wait to go back to work, even with our agreement, or am I the ass for refusing to pay my mother-in-law?
We're like, ooh.
Wife back to work. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Am I the
very
ass for
good one.
telling my wife that she will have to wait to go back to work, even with our agreement? My wife and I decided to get Prego. All right. And we agreed that she would stay home with our son for the first 2 years, and I would spend another 2 years until he gets started getting to go to school. All right. My son, due to birth problems, was born with health problems, and because of this, there is a higher cost with doctors, exams, medicines, and even with the health plan, we still have a lot of expenses. My wife took maternity leave. We earn the same salary, and the salary would be enough to comfortable live with a child. But with our son's healthcare costs, it would be completely unfeasible. We currently have a good financial conditions because I got promotions that increased, and it is possible to have a comfortable life, and I provide all of the healthcare for our son. Our son is 1.5 years old, and we sat down to talk about these plans. She said she talked to the company, and they were willing to hire again under the same conditions that we would have to plan financially for me to stay home. I was very honest in paraphrasing, and I said, look, I know that our plans were these in the beginning, but we were unable to have the comfortable life because of my salary. If we depend on only yours, it will totally compromise our income and not give us the same quality of health for our son. I'm sorry, but you being the sole provider in this house is not possible, and I'm not going to do this with our son. Daycare is not an option for us because my wife is completely against it due to the bad reputation of these places in my country, and it has always been her wish to enroll in a school at the age of 4. She argued, saying that it was our agreement and that she supported me being home, and it's my turn to give her the chance, I guess, to go back to work. So she does want to go back to work.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I
Okay.
thought it was like him forcing her to go back to work.
Yeah.
Me, I understand, and if the situation we expected I would agree and do it. But that's not our reality, and I'm not going to do that with our son, and you'll have to wait a little longer, unfortunately. She was very upset, saying that I went back on our initial agreement and wasn't committing to something. My work is not possible from home. I just don't see how making this change would compromise our family financially. I admit that maybe it was a failure in communication, but on the day-to-day rush, herein lies the question:
Am I the asshole?
For telling my wife that she will have to wait to go to work even with our agreement. What do you think?
It was hard. I don't know. Robert, what do you think? What do you think?
I don't think that he's an asshole, because realistically speaking, I know she's dying to get back to work, because you know what? Being a stay-at-home mom isn't as easy as everyone assumes.
Yeah.
So I feel that realistically speaking, though, you're in a partnership, and when you're looking at all the facts and you're doing the spreadsheets, if he's making more money and he's getting the better health care, that's the choice you make.
That's the choice you make.
We're in this together. This is our circumstance. Our child needs better health care. You got to suck it up, girl. Sorry.
I kind of feel like that because
that's what you do.
Circumstances have changed. There has to be contingencies. Improvise, adapt, and overcome. That's the way you have to run your life. You know, I think Mike Tyson said it the best. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. There you are. This is their punch in the face.
And that's what you guys hit the nail on the head. It's about the health care.
Right.
You know, unfortunately, like the situation with their child's health, I mean, that's what overrules it all.
And we're talking about childcare costs too, because remember we shared recently on air, our friend has a almost 2-year-old, and it's so expensive for her. It's a mortgage payment for her to get childcare because she's a single mom.
Really?
Monica?
Well,
yes.
It's expensive.
Why
and
is
then
it
not
so
to mention
expensive?
I don't know. And not to mention, if the child has healthcare issues and they hire somebody, they're going to have that special training and whatnot. So it's going to cost them even more than the child with the non-health issues, you know? Because the child's going to have to be monitored.
I agree with Adriana. I think the mom wants some adult interaction. Being a homemaker can be very true, but at the same time, it's kind of like there's no other option unless she gets out there and socializes in nanny groups or whatever classes, or the husband, you know, can take some due diligence and he can take the time to be like, hey, you need a moment. A lot of times that doesn't happen, and this is where people have the baby blues for even longer.
Right.
Because the men don't see, your partners don't see that. They don't recognize. They think, oh, she's staying home and eating bonbons all day. But it's like, she's keeping everything going, and she's keeping this human alive.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Let's see. Senator Jarrell. Yep. Stay-at-home moms having to find time for Oprah and the Young and the Restless. Struggles are real. I agree. Let's see. Why doesn't she get a home job? I think it's because what you were saying. Like, they need to have some adult interaction or whatever the case may be. But
maybe she can't work from home with her. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, they had the same job, and he couldn't work from home. So, yeah. Bonbons.
And of course the man has better health care. Of course.
I have to find time for Ella.
Well, thank you for finding time.
Thank you very much. We're on Spotify now.
That's right.
I'm just so... this just reassures me that I'm so glad that all my kids are adults and I have to deal with all this bullshit.
Right.
Oh,
it's a lot, for sure.
I'm glad I survived. I made it.
Yaki, slap on the moneymakers and hit the streets. Okay.
Wow. Adriana, I'm with you. Live, I think, is more fun if you want to join us on our forum.
Right.
But, if you get stuck in the morning rush or a meeting, you can definitely listen to us on Spotify now.
There you go. So here we go. Let's see. Look at the time. Everybody. 10:55. Let's see. Well, we don't have time for one more. Jenna, anything for your fans before we get going for the day?
Just have a good day. I'm hoping that this weather will change. I need some fall weather.
That's right.
Yeah. I just gave the weather earlier in the show.
It's a Monday. Get through the week, guys. Get through it safe. Not grumpy like Ray started off in the morning. Yeah, love your kids.
Why?
Even when they turn to big assholes, love them. You love them still.
You might find videos of them twerking. We don't know.
Yeah,
You got to be
I wouldn't be
supportive.
the way I raise my kids, I'm such a realist, and I'm not the perfect mom. I've whipped all their asses. I've, and if I see it, I won't be shocked. I will not be shocked with my kids.
Nice. Ronnie, anything for your fans before we get
Just
going?
happy Manny Monday. I don't know. Keep it real.
All right.
Keep it fun. Keep it fucking happy.
Okay. Make sure you do stick around at 12 o'clock. We got Ronnie V's Jukebox Jamboree playing the very best Southern California rockabilly, so you can rock out with your cock out or jam out with your clam out from 12 to 2. And then after that, if the partners aren't going to be on, we're going to re-air this show at 5 to 7, so you guys can go ahead and check that out too as well if you missed any part of the show. We are also on Spotify. You can go ahead and find us under the Not So Early Show. Go ahead and like, listen, and follow everybody. Thank you so much. The best fucking day. That's right, Manny, a Monday, everybody. We're going to go ahead and let you go for the rest of the day, and we will see you tomorrow for our Tiki Tuesday, because it is
Tiki enough.
Tiki enough, everybody. I will lick you right. Thank you, Caesar. We'll go ahead and we'll see you guys tomorrow, but until then, the Monster Mash is on the loose. Here we go.
I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. For my monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise,
He did the mash,
He did the monster mash.
the monster mash.
It was a graveyard
He
smash.
did the mash,
It caught on in a flash.
he did the mash.
He did the monster mash.
From my laboratory in the castle east to the master bedroom where the vampires feast. The ghouls all came from their humble abodes to get a jolt of my
He did the
electrode.
mash,
He did the monster mash.
the monster mash.
It was a graveyard
He
smash.
did the mash,
It caught on in a flash.
he did the mash.
He did the monster mash. The zombies were having fun. The party had just begun. The guests included Wolfman, Dracula, and his son. The scene was rocking, all were taking the sounds. Igor Unchained, backed by his Bane hounds. The coffin bangers were about to arrive with their vocal group, the Crypt Kicker
He
5.
did the mash,
He did the monster mash.
the monster mash.
It was a graveyard
He
smash.
did the mash,
It caught on in a flash.
he did the mash.
He did the monster mash.
Out from his coffin, Drax's voice did ring. Seems he was troubled by just one thing. He opened the lid and shook his fist and said, "Whatever happened to my Transylvania twist?"
He did the mash,
He did the monster mash.
the monster mash.
It was a graveyard
He
smash.
did the mash,
It caught on in a flash.
he did the mash.
He did the monster mash.
now everything's cool. Drax a part of the band, and my monster mash is the hit of the land. For you, the living, this smash was meant to. When you get to my door, tell them Boris sent you.
He did the mash,
He did the monster mash.
the monster mash.
It was a graveyard
He
smash.
did the mash,
It caught on in a flash.
he did the mash.
He did the monster mash.
Easy, Igor. You impetuous young boy. Mash good.
Ha 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 ha!